This is a bonus episode. We'll call it part 6 of the Rock Your New Year series. It's also my 50th episode. So I'm doing a little self-celebration over here. On the topics of goals, in October, I realized how close I was to tracking to the end of the year with 50 episodes under my belt. So I created this plan to reach that target, and it included doing a couple of guest interviews to wrap up the year. But as us working moms know by now, life often throws those monkey wrenches into our plans, and we have to navigate around them, tweak our plans, or just, as we will talk about today, let them go. I didn't get those interviews under my belt, so it kind of cut me short on reaching that 50 goal. But as I planned out this series, I realized I was hitting 49 episodes, and I was trying to be okay with ending the year on 49 and starting the year with number 50. But as I talked to friends and my family about it this week, and them knowing me the way they know me, they knew how amazing I would feel ending the year hitting 50. And they are so right. As I'm recording this, I'm literally sitting here so freaking proud of myself. I really could almost cry. I hope you have listened to the other episodes in this series. And if you haven't, please make sure you do. I am proof that you could do anything you put your mind to. I put starting this podcast on my 2023 goals. And when I wrote it down, it was that big, hairy, audacious goal that was surrounded by fear, by self-limiting beliefs, by a whole lot of doubt that I would actually make it happen. I walked into 2023 with a mic, and that's it. I knew nothing about podcasting. I had just started listening to podcasts myself only a few months before that, but here I am on December 29th, 2023, recording my 50th episode. So nothing, my friends, is impossible. If you have that dream in your heart, go for it. I mapped out the exact steps to help you get there in this series. And if you need the extra help, then I want to be the one to help you. Take that right first step into 2024. As part of the series, you get $50 off my 1-month coaching package where I hold your hand through this entire process and I help keep you accountable. And if you're not sure, then book a discovery call. They are free. We chat, you tell me what you're struggling with, and I will give you my honest opinion if I feel I can help. And we take it from there. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So take that right next step. The booking links are in my show notes, or you can check out my website at momwifecareerlife.com. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. In today's bonus episode, I'll be walking you through how to let go of those negative emotions you have about 2023 so that you can start 2024 on a positive note. I've heard it from so many moms that they just can't wait for this year to be over, that 2023 didn't go as expected, and they just want to start fresh in 2024. But you really can't start fresh if you carry that negative mindset into the new year. So today, I'm walking you through how to start 2024 with a positive mindset. And this year is extra special because it starts on a Monday, which is the perfect day to reset. So grab that pen and paper and let's get started. Number 1, let go of your 2023 goals. You started the year with the best intentions, and you were either able to accomplish your goals or you weren't. If you didn't, don't beat yourself up over the goals that you didn't achieve. Let them go. And if the goal is something that is still on your heart, then just add them to your 2024 goals and follow the steps that we went over in the series, and you'll actually have a better chance of accomplishing them next year. Number 2, forgiveness. This is a hard one. And I will be doing an entire episode on forgiveness in 2024, but just to touch on it now, holding on to pain and anger will only hold you back. And this doesn't just mean with other people. This includes forgiving yourself. No one is perfect. And you don't always know why people do what they do or know what they are going through. And some people are just self-centered and don't actually have the capacity to understand how their actions affect other people, even when you try to explain it to them. And I know this from experience. What I've also learned over the years is that the person doesn't have to be sorry for you to forgive them. And this one is really, really hard. Forgiveness is something inside of you. It's allowing yourself to release the negative emotions you harbor for that person or for yourself. Forgiveness also doesn't mean that you have to forget what they did or welcome people back into your life. There are people that I have forgiven that have taken zero responsibility for any of the things that have happened between us, but I won't allow myself to carry those negative emotions. And I also won't allow them back in my life to hurt me or cause any drama again, because ain't no mama got time for that. So forgive and let those feelings go. Number 3, learn from your mistakes, or as I like to call them, missteps. If things didn't go as planned this year, take some time to journal over it. Ask yourself why they didn't go as planned, what you could have done differently, and what lesson you can learn from it. Everything in this life happens for a reason. And if you take the time to actually reflect on them, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Number 4, embrace change. Change can be scary, but in order to grow, you have to change. And as you grow, you do change. If this past year has taught me anything, especially at work, change is constant. And if you're not open to change, you are really only holding yourself back. One of my previous managers used to do a book club every month, and he actually got me started reading self-growth or personal development books. And one of the books he chose was the book Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. It's a short book, and when I first read it, I thought it was really silly. It tells a story of different mice in a maze that are used to the cheese being in a certain area and what happens to the mice when they move the cheese. I won't ruin the end of the book for you, but if you struggle with change, I highly recommend it. I'll add the link in my show notes for the book so you can check it out. Number 4, have a let it go ritual. This is something I'm going to do with my family on New Year's Eve. We're going to write down the big things that we feel didn't go well on strips of paper, and then we're going to throw them in our fire pit. If you have a fireplace, you can do that too. We've never done this before, but when I heard about this, I love the idea. It's like putting closure on the year and letting go of all that doesn't serve you anymore. And if you want to be totally silly at the end, you can even sing Let It Go from Frozen and end with a laugh. And speaking of ending with a laugh, number 5 is end on a positive note. After you let go of all the negative things that happened this past year, I want you to write down all of the positive things that happened. You could do this as a family too. You could each write down your top favorite memories of 2023 and then share them. It may sound a little cheesy, but it's a nice way to reminisce about the year, and you might even be surprised what your kids say are their favorite things. Number 6, set your intentions for the new year. After you've done all the other things I've mentioned, take some time to really set your intentions for the new year. Decide how you want to show up on January 1st. Decide who you want to be as a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a cousin, a friend, a manager, a coworker, a community member. If you don't already know, I'm a huge fan of the Avery Brothers, and one of my favorite songs by them is called Head Full of Doubt, Road Full of Promise. And it has a line that is straight to the point and so true. Decide what to be and go be it. It really is that simple. Make the decision and go for it. The only one holding you back in this life is you and your decisions. Number 7, and I've said this before, be stronger than your excuses. Excuses are really just another word for self-limiting beliefs. So stop coming up with excuses to justify why you didn't do something or why you can't do something. You can. You might have to put in a little extra work, but if you really want to show up as a better you in the new year, you need to be honest with yourself. So this is a short episode, but I hope it hit home and that you were able to let go of all the things that didn't go well this year, learn from the lessons that you were meant to learn from them, and take the right next step into the new year. Thank you so much for continuing to show up for yourselves. If you listen to this podcast, it means that you are taking the time for yourself, that you're taking that right next step into becoming better than the person you were yesterday, trying to get that perfect balance in life where you're showing up in all the areas of your life as your best self, living life with intention and trying to be present in the moment. So take a minute to cheers yourself this New Year's, Mama. You're doing great. Wishing you a very happy new year and sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat.
Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it in your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there is a topic you would like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join our new Facebook community. Sending you love and light until next time on the Mom Wife Career Life podcast with Kerri Pat.